Nobody had dared imagine such an absurdly high return on investment. As Brown has said, we set out to do good, and we ended up doing well. Was BP radically inefficient before this program? Far from it. The company had just never looked at its operations with an eye toward reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Once it did, innovation flourished, all to the benefit of the bottom line. Looking at all the ways environmental issues affect a business can frame thinking and strategy in a new way. By examining their business through an environmental lens, managers can avoid expensive problems and create substantial value. Thus, we add a fourth lesson to the three we drew from Sony's experience. And this is the fundamental one. Smart companies seize competitive advantage through strategic management of environmental challenges. BP and Sony learned what some companies already knew. The business world and the natural world are inextricably linked. Our economy and society depend on natural resources. To oversimplify, every product known to man came from something mined or grown. A book you might read was once a tree. The ink those words are printed in began life as soybeans. The environment provides critical support to our economic system. Not financial capital, but natural capital. And the evidence is growing that we're systematically undermining our asset base and weakening some of our vital support systems. In other words, an environmental lens is not just a nice strategy tool or a feel-good digression from the real work of a company. It's an essential element of business strategy in the modern world. It provides a way for businesses to contend with the real problems of pollution and natural resource management. Mismanaging these issues can drain value out of a company quickly and damage brand reputation built up over decades of careful cultivation. That's why leading companies have learned to manage environmental risks and costs as closely as they do other risks and costs. In doing so, they reduce the risk to the whole enterprise. But the upside is equally important. In the chapters that follow, we'll explore how leading companies are layering environmental or green factors into their corporate strategies, spurring innovation, creating value, and building competitive advantage. These leaders see their businesses in fresh ways. They create new products to meet environmental needs. As they look up and down the value chain, they keep environmental impacts firmly in mind. They know that working to protect the planet also protects their own companies by safeguarding their assets, inspiring current employees, and attracting new, talented, values-driven workers looking for more than a paycheck. In Green to Gold, we take you inside leading companies across industries and around the world. We show you the real costs, hard choices, and trade-offs companies face when they make environmental thinking part of their core business strategy. Pundits who dismiss the natural world as an issue, or commentators on the other side who underestimate the difficulties businesses face in executing environmental strategies, do neither the business world nor the planet any favors. By systematically analyzing the experiences of dozens of companies, we've been able to extract the key strategies, tactics, and tools that are needed to establish an environmentally based competitive advantage in a marketplace where other points of competitive differentiation, such as capital or labor costs, are flattening. The environmental advantage looms larger as a decisive element of business strategy. Indeed, no company can afford to ignore green issues. Those who manage them with skill will build stronger, more profitable, longer-lasting businesses and a healthier, more livable planet. Part 1. Preparing for a New World. In the first few chapters, we lay out the context of this book, highlighting how environmental challenges have become an important part of the business landscape. In Chapter 1, we introduce the green wave sweeping the business world, and we present the logic for making environmental thinking a core part of strategy. We also spell out some of the megaforces, like globalization, that give the new environmental imperative great prominence. Finally, we provide an overview of how we conducted our research and picked the companies that are the focus of this book. Chapters 2 and 3 introduce the new pressures, both natural and human, coming to bear on companies. These forces make attention to environmental strategy essential for business success. We start in Chapter 2 by highlighting the environmental problems facing humanity and every company, ranging from global warming to water shortages. For each issue in our environmental primer, we offer